Are implements from Tractor Supply for your tractor worth buying? We're going to discuss that in this video. Hey everybody, my name is Derek. Welcome back to the channel. So I want to talk about Tractor Supply implements, including this box blade, this ripper, and this drawbar, and this 5-foot grading blade. And I've been using them for probably about 4 years now, I want to say, maybe a little bit longer than that. It's 2026. So in the 4 years that I've been running this tractor, this old 1952 Ford 8N, I've been running these county line implements on it, with the exception of maybe the first few months. When I was borrowing implements because I spent all my money on the tractor. I made a video about this, but I've completely reshaped this property that I live on. My house is right there. It was built in 2007, but there was a gradual hill that went from my house down there all the way up to the top of my property. And I've actually used this tractor for so many different things around here. But one of the main things is putting up a retaining wall and then leveling out this area up here on top. I call it up top. Then I hope to plant some trees and grow a little bit of grass in. And I've been using these implements with this tractor for the majority of that work. So have these things seen daily use? No. If you are running like a subcompact utility tractor or a compact utility tractor and going out and doing little dirt jobs, I don't know that I could confidently say that county line's going to do everything you need to do. I am under the understanding, from what I've seen, that the county line stuff is going to be a little bit lower, better said, a lighter duty use implement. I don't know that you could use these things all day, every day, and be completely happy with them. So that being said, that these implements are a little bit lighter duty use, I really don't know that for sure. I don't have a lot to compare them to. I did have a Frontier box blade that I borrowed that I believe is sold by all the John Deere dealerships. There were some things about it, the construction, that I could say lended to the belief that it could be a little bit better quality. To be perfectly clear, these things have worked very well. So that being said, I do want to mention that I think that there are some advantages to purchasing from Tractor Supply. So one of the first advantages is that whenever you need an implement, you can go, because Tractor Supplies are all over the United States at this point, maybe even in other countries by now for all I know. You can go just about any time of day and pick up one of these implements whenever you need it. You need a 3-point boom pole for some project, Tractor Supply is right there, probably within a half hour to an hour of you. Anywhere you live in this country, anytime between like 6 or 7 or 8 a.m. all the way up to 9 p.m. You're gonna be able to go pick it up and be able to use it. So that's one advantage. The other part of that is that you're gonna be able to go online and just get a price for it right away. You're not gonna have to call some dealer up and ask them if they have it in stock and what the price is and get a quote or anything like that and go mess with all their invoicing. You can go let Tractor Supply know you want it. They'll grab a forklift, put it in the back of your truck or on your trailer. Not to mention Tractor Supply is open 7 days a week and probably like 363 days a year. Probably Thanksgiving and Christmas off, hopefully at least those holidays. So they're open anytime. Your dealers are going to be closed on Sunday and Monday or Saturday sometimes, so they're not going to be available there for you to pick up an implement should the occasion rise that you need one pretty quickly. Another part of that is that Tractor Supply is going to be pretty good at supplying parts for their implements. I know I've seen these ripper teeth in Tractor Supply. I've seen some of the other parts, the actual replaceable blades on them themselves. I know I've seen those online. So they're going to be selling parts for these implements that you can go pick up. Some of them I'm sure you're going to have to get shipped to the store, but a few of them you definitely can walk into Tractor Supply and go pick them up the day that you need them. And so that's definitely going to be one of the advantages that you'll have with Tractor Supply. Now, that said, you could purchase an implement from another implement dealer and you're probably going to be able to still get parts for that implement from Tractor Supply. They're pretty good at that too, and a lot of this stuff's really interchangeable. But I think that's one of the advantages from Tractor Supply as well. And then the last thing is just going back to the reason why I ended up purchasing implements from Tractor Supply. It's just they sell a lot of volume, and so they're able to sell these implements quite a bit cheaper than your mom and pop dealers are, which, you know, there's something to be said about supporting those people. If you have all the money in the world, it's really important to you to do that. By all means, go do that. I definitely like to save a buck. So if you like to save a buck or two also, specifically with things like a box blade, you're probably going to be picking this implement up for quite a bit less than you're going to be picking it up from their competitors. Because Tractor Supply is not paying me any money to do this, and I have never been in contact with Tractor Supply or anything like that, and not just because of that, but I like to try and run an honest channel even if I am being paid to do something or given something for free. One of the disadvantages, or maybe a couple of disadvantages with buying these implements from Tractor Supply. Number one, you don't have true dealer support. If you're not someone who's willing to get hands-on and work on your own stuff and take care of things when they break, you don't mind going and paying the dealer to do it, there's not true dealer support here. Everything's pretty much left up to you to fix on your own. So sure, they supply the parts and stuff, but say you get a mower, say you get an auger, and something goes down mechanically, something that's PTO driven that you purchased from there, you're left to fix that on your own, and there's not really a dealer that's going to fix that for you. Just something to keep in mind there. If you really like dealer support, if that's really important to you, maybe Tractor Supply is not a good go-to. Another thing, if color matters to you, obviously I've got a red and gray old Ford tractor here. This yellow box blade doesn't match. And then lastly, I've already sort of mentioned this one, if helping out mom and pop dealers, your local businesses that may be smaller than a big conglomerate like Tractor Supply is important to you, then obviously you're not going to want to pick these up. But I suspect if you're watching this video, you're probably not too worried about that yourself. But definitely in your areas, check out the mom and pop places first. See if they're competitive. In my area, there's not a lot of options, and the competitors just simply aren't very competitive. To answer the question, should you pick up implements from Tractor Supply? If you are in the lower end of those first kind of different people that would be using these tractors that I described, the maybe a small contractor at the largest, homesteader, possibly your hobby farmers, which those are almost the same, but I do see hobby farmers as maybe a little bit larger scale. And then just your tractor enthusiasts. These are probably going to do all the work and more that you're going to need to get out of them. Also, if you just like the convenience of going in and getting out within 20 minutes and getting the implement you need and hooking it up to the tractor, not dealing with the hassle of a salesman and somebody trying to get you to buy extra crap or whatever, I definitely think it's nice in that sense. Nobody hassling you for anything. But anyway, yeah, let me know in the comments below if you have a preferred place to pick up implements and why. Thanks everybody for watching. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. We'll see you in the next video.